Hey everybody, Autobot Mike here, and in this video I would like to share with you my Transformers guidebook. Now this guidebook covers not just your Transformers Generation 1, but it also covers your Generation 2. So let's go and turn over and I will now show you what the guidebook looks like. Okay, so as you can see from the cover here, it's actually not just in English, but it's actually, I believe, Japanese, possibly Chinese writing. So as I'll go through the pages, you will notice that there'll be a lot of Chinese or Japanese writing, but I will try and give you a close-up as I can, because it does actually have their names in English. Okay, so as I open up the first page, as you can see, it's got this nice artwork here of Optimus Prime, some drawings there. We've also got the Transformers logos, and we've also got the Autobot and Decepticon symbols, not from just Generation 1, but also from Generation 2. And then as you can see, there is some more artwork. Another nice picture of Optimus Prime, and then this lovely picture here of Optimus Prime and Hot Rod. Just zoom in there for you. Okay, so as we've turned the page, as you can see, this picture here at the very top, this is the artwork that would have been on the back of the boxes of your 1984 collection. So for every Transformer that you bought from 84, you would have had this nice lovely picture on the back of your boxes. And then this picture here that I'm showing you, this is the artwork that you would have got on your 1985 boxes. Each year you had a different picture on the back of your boxes, and as you can see on this one for 1985, we actually have the Dinobots on there. We have a red Trax, some more of the Dinobots there. We have Jetfire. Just to give you an idea of what this picture looks like on the box, I actually have got an example I can show you. And here you go, here is an example of what the artwork would look like. This is from the new version of Devastator, but this is just to give you an idea of on the back of your boxes. These are the pictures that you would have been seeing on there. And then as we move on, now this picture here that I'm showing you, this is a statue. Don't know what it actually says on there. Well, it's a nice looking G1 Optimus Prime on there. As we turn over to the next page, this is now the 1984. So for people who grew up with the Transformers when it first came out in 1984, and these are the toys that you could get from the year of 84. I said I will try and zoom in, and at any time you can pause the video and have a look for yourself. But this is what I mean, it's got a lot of like Chinese or Japanese writing, but like I said, there is some English words in there. So as we'll have a look at Optimus Prime, I'll zoom in there for you. So as you can see, Optimus Prime over here, but in Japan he was known as Convoy. And here is a picture of Optimus Prime. As a kid, this was one of my favourite toys that I always wanted, and yeah, I really liked the Optimus Prime, just like a lot of kids, one of my heroes. And then as we come down here, we have the Minibots. Now, all these ones that I'm showing you, these ones are based on the cartoon that came out in 84. So when the cartoon came out with these characters, they had to recreate them into toys, and this is what we got. So as you can see there with the Minibots, or mini cars as they were known. So as you can see there, Do apologise that their names are a bit awkward to see, but there you go. So we've got Bumblebee, we've got Cliff Jumper, Windcharger, and then we come down, we've got Huffer, Brawn, and Gears. So those were your mini bots. Then as we move down, the next one we're going to be looking at here is Jazz. And as you can see, just an idea of what Jazz looks like in robot mode, and there he is in car mode. Then as we move across, we've got more Autobots up here. So zoom in, and as you can see, Wheeljack. As we move along, we've got Hound, Ratchet. Now, if you're wondering why Ratchet looks a bit different, that is because when this figure actually came out before it was Transformers, the actual robot before that, in I believe it was Diaclone, they actually had little people that actually went in the robots, hence the reason why Ratchet hasn't got a head. So when this toy came out, they just repainted him and done him up as Ratchet, and yes, as you can see, he looks like he is a headless robot. And then they did the same thing, brought the figure out, but this time painted it red and turned him into Ironhide. And as we come down to here, as you can see, we've got Sideswipe, and then we've got Sunstreaker. So that's the Autobots. That's the first wave toys in '84. And as we turn over to the next page, we've then got more that came out. So as you can see there, we've got Prowl, and we've got Blue Streak, and then Mirage, and then we come down Trailbreaker. Now as we're moving on, we're now moving down to the Decepticon side, and obviously the next one was Megatron. And as you can see with this toy here, very fascinating toy, this one, because when you actually turn him into a gun, the size of how big this toy actually becomes, it's really big. And then as you can see, there is two different versions of this Megatron. As you can see, there was one, if you can see that, it's got blue inside his legs, and this one came with a sword and a gun. And the normal Megatron, that was just a grey colour, and as you can see, it's got red legs, and that one just came with his fusion cannon. Now as we move along, we've now got the Decepticon jets here. So we've got Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker. And the funny thing about these Seeker jets is they are actually all the same toy. All they've done is to make them a different character, it's just repainted them. And as we move down, we've got Soundwave, and with this Soundwave, he actually transformed, and he actually transforms into a cassette player. And it's just by looking at him, he's a really nice figure. I mean, if you can get your hands on a Soundwave, I would recommend getting him in your collection. Well, any of these into your collection. Then we've got Reflector. That's made up of 3 little robots to make a camera. And then obviously down here we've then got Soundwave's tapes. So we've got Rumble, we've got Frenzy, Ravage, Laserbeak and Buzzsaw. Right, now we're coming on to the Decepticon side again. And again, this time there is quite a few to get through, so I'll try my best to go through. So as you can see, Shockwave, again, fantastic figure, sort of like a space gun that made sounds. And then we've got more Seeker jets, and again with these ones, so with Dirge, Thrust, and Ramjet. And again with these three, they have actually used, again, they've used the same jets as Starscream, Thundercracker and Skywarp. All they've done with these is they've changed the wings to make them look different. So as you can see, different vehicles, or different planes should I say. Then as we move along, we've got the Insecticons, we've got Kickback, Shrapnel and Bombshell. Now as we move over onto this page, we've got some more Insecticons. Again, I'm not too sure, I don't believe we had these in the UK. And this is what they look like in their vehicle mode, I suppose, if you want to call them that. It's probably another name for them. As you can see, their names are Barrage, Chop Chop, Ramsack and Venom. Then as we come down to this page, we've got some triple changes. So we've got Blitzwing, who is a robot, tank and jet. And then moving along, we have Astrotrain. Again, triple changer, robot, space shuttle and a train. Then as we come down, this was the first combiner that we had. And this here we have Devastator. And then as you can see, here they are in their robot modes. And we've got them in their vehicle modes. I'll try and zoom in on the names. By all means, you can pause this video and have a look for yourself. Well, with these names. As you'll probably see, some of the names are slightly different to what they're actually called. Okay, and then on the next page is 1986. So these ones were the new figures that came out after Transformers the movie. So what I'll do here is I'll finish on this video. Join me for part 2 and I will go through 1986 Transformers. Thanks for watching. Please give this channel a like and subscribe to the channel, and love to hear from you. This is Autobot Mike signing off.